Yo, yo, yo. I can't walk. I don't have some cool intro, so let's just get to the start of the show. I'm a boring, heterosexual, old crippled bastard who's abstinent by choice because I'm too shallow, proud, and poor to pay ugly and or fat chicks for sex, so I unfortunately have to compromise.
You want compromise? How's this? 20 years in the can. I wanted to fuck a woman, but I compromised. I jacked off in a tissue. You see where I'm going? Yeah.
I've never been hit on by a guy in person, but I have been hollered at on social media to where I just stop answering texts when I figure out what's happening. I've been complimented on my looks by 2 different guys in person over the past 10 years. I'd be lying to you if I didn't say I was flattered, but I respectfully declined whatever happens next like women have done to me for most of my life.
No, I have no money. No.
Speaking from my own experiences, I've had no problems with any of the few gay people I've met. However, I do acknowledge that I'm a homophobe to a certain degree who refuses to switch teams because I can no longer score on the team that I've been playing on my entire life. For example, I can't help but to physically cringe like someone just farted every time I see 2 guys make out. Seeing that shit for me is like meeting John Travolta and he rubs his fingers on my face like he does his family in Face Off.
What kind of shit is that?
I equate the situation like I'm listening to rap music with friends who only listen to hip hop and I just decide to randomly throw Metallica's Master of Puppets on the playlist. Even though I like the song, my friends are gonna give me the same look I made earlier when they hear it and probably tell me, "Hey yo! Shut the fuck up!"
Okay.
I think if it's okay for old white ladies to clutch their purses when black men share elevators with them, then it's okay for me to grimace when I see 2 guys make out.
Yeah.
I also admit I shockingly stare at gay men who act uber feminine in public, who I like to call fabulous. I don't see people like that in my everyday life, so I kinda understand why some white people stare at black people when they see us for the first time.
That's what I love about that. Look how uncomfortable this white dude is. Right? It's like, oh my God, I've seen it on TV, but I never thought I'd sit this close. Don't worry about that dog, he's straight. If he start pulling a knife or something, then you run, but otherwise. Matter of fact, let me talk to this nigga for a minute. Pardon me. You straight.
I had a very sheltered upbringing when it came to homosexuality because none of my family members were gay. Television was the sole reason why I knew homosexuality even existed in the first place as a child because I was and still am self-centered as fuck. Before I even knew what gay was, I can remember my mentality back then was, I like girls so every other boy on earth does too, right?
Wrong.
In the 80s, the only openly gay dudes I can remember were Liberace, Rock Hudson, and Elton John. As a kid, I thought Boy George was an ugly chick trying to look like a guy until a friend told me it was the other way around.
Because you're a dumbass.
I didn't know anything about fucking yet, so as a child I thought sex was just kissing in the bed, hugging with no clothes on. With that being said, the first time I can remember seeing some gay shit and identifying it as some gay shit was when I saw Police Academy in 1984. At some point during the movie, these cops end up in this gay bar called the Blue Oyster where they're forced to dance with these dudes dressed up as bikers.
I'm getting out of here. Move it.
I don't think cutting-in's allowed, sir.
To this day, I still think that shit's
Hilarious.
because my heterosexual instinct immediately makes me think,
You weren't supposed to do that.
Looking back, I realize I probably met more in the closet gay people in my life than I can count. I'm old enough to remember when it was socially acceptable to beat people up just because they were gay.
That's so very, very sad.
I met very few openly gay people in my youth because of this fact, so my only window into that world was television. TV shows are notoriously guilty of making some really cool characters gay, which forces me to see things that I didn't want to sign up for.
You catch a nigga off guard with this shit.
In those moments, I accept the fact that if I want to know what happens next to these characters, then I'm gonna have to see some gay shit from time to time because I think the show feels they have to teach me something.
What have you learned?
Homosexuals deserve the same level of respect as I feel I deserve as a human being, regardless of our differences of opinion when it comes to sex. Do I endorse that statement?
Yes!
However, as a 43-year-old heterosexual American man,
You old as fuck.
I can't help but to mention the fact that what I consider to be a gay man's sexual fantasy,
Having butt checks.
coincidentally, is one of my scariest nightmares.
Sodomy. Having butt checks.
Isn't unnatural to me for religious reasons.
Oh, Bruce. Oh, Jeffrey.
Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Because I've committed all kinds of sins in my life, so who am I to judge others?
Having butt checks.
It's unnatural to me simply because I think,
That shit is gross.
and I think that's okay because I'm pretty sure there's gay guys that look at pussy the same way.
Okay, Mrs. Robinson, let's take a look. Ew, it looks like a sad old man.
The mere thought of the visual of
Having butt checks.
is too disturbing for me to stomach, and I just assume the smell reeks of Axe body spray and assholes. I noticed ever since that song about eating the booty like groceries came out, more and more straight couples talk about eating ass publicly. I tried doing some research on it by watching a guy eat a chick's ass on Pornhub, but I couldn't get through it because all I kept thinking about was this episode of The Boondocks.
Now, I like to put the jelly inside my ass. Then put some of this peanut butter on top of it. I call it a peanut butter jelly and asshole sandwich. But Tom here will be calling it lunch. Yeah, nigga.
Then I saw this YouTube video called How to Eat Ass where this lady covered all the do's and don'ts of eating ass. She listed all the diseases you can possibly contract from eating ass if you don't follow all the precautionary measures she tells you in the video. The list alone made me scream out loud. The moment that killed the idea altogether for me was when I heard the lady say,
I'm sure you don't want to go down on someone and find a dingleberry of poop and pubes stuck in your teeth.
personally, I think vaginal intercourse is awesome! So I'll gladly take foreplay and a rub and tug from a woman if I ever have sex again. Thank you very much. What makes
Having butt checks.
a nightmare for me is knowing the only way I'll have it is if I get raped. Other than the fact that I can't walk. The biggest reason why I live my life as a law-abiding citizen is I don't want to go to jail.
You don't want to know what they'll do to me in jail.
They'll rape you. That's what they're gonna do.
At least publicly.
Absolutely.
No one cares about man rape, and that shit happens all the time in prison. I've never been to prison, but I have seen Oz on HBO. On the heterosexual side of things, if you get raped, you basically lose your manhood in the eyes of those you know around you.
Whatever you do, don't tell my baby Jasmine. I don't want her to know her daddy was somebody's bitch.
That pride's displayed in every male confrontation I've witnessed or been in, which leads me to what I call the fellatio factor. Without fail, every time I've been in or seen an argument where the phrase
Suck my dick
is uttered, bad things usually happen immediately afterward. That means the time for talking's over because somebody's about to get hurt. Bronx, New York hip-hop legend Fat Joe told DJ Vlad that if someone were to tell him,
suck my dick,
then unfortunately,
There's gonna be consequences and repercussions.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If somebody told me suck my dick right now in this hallway or something like that, I would stab him up or something.
that phrase has the same effect on every heterosexual male I've met regardless of age, ethnicity, or location. I know kids are saying it because they tell me to do it all the time when I play online video games. Pick any random bar in America and I promise you you're gonna hear, "Suck my dick, bro," before two drunk white guys get into a fist fight over some slut who's playing the both of them.
You are such a whore.
I don't know what it's like for everybody else, but when someone tells me,
suck my dick,
that means the person who said it believes I'm worth less than feces. The person who said it's also implying I deserve to get fucked over, so I might as well get down on my knees and give him some
Me love you long time.
time.
There's
Absolutely nothing
that can be said to respond to this, so I can either take the insult on the chin and be seen and treated as, or I can physically do something about it to maintain my foolish pride in the eyes of others. A prime example of this is in a particular scene in the movie Menace to Society. Samuel L. Jackson asks this guy when he's gonna pay back the money he owes him. Dude starts talking real greasy because he just got released from a 5-year prison bid.
What you gonna do? What I'm gonna do? Hey, hold up, Ted. Now get the fuck out the way.
No, squeeze that shit, man. I told you I'll pay your monkey ass when I feel like it.
Note the head tilt by Samuel L. Jackson.
Better suck my dick.
Ted, what the fuck, man? Fuck you tripping off of? You owe me some money, motherfucker! Man, hell no, but here you go.
I don't have any thoughts on lesbians because most of the chicks I met who claimed to be bisexual or gay just messed around with women until they found a man who treat them better than their old boyfriends. I don't have anything to say about transgender people neither. I don't think a woman who believes she's trapped in a man's body is gonna pay thousands of dollars to go through surgery to hopefully look like an Instagram model just to try to fuck me. However, I'll admit after making this video, I realized if I met myself as a woman, I would think I was a cunt. I remember
a long time ago,
someone told me being gay was similar to being black, and I said,
Hey, yo, who mans is this?
Get the fuck out of here.
After much time has passed, I do see similarities between the gay and black struggles, but I still believe
It's not the same. Not the same. Not the same. It's not the same.
because you could be black and gay.
can't nobody tell me nothing.
I don't like relish on my hot dog. I can be friends with people who like relish on their hot dogs, just don't try to put any relish on my hot dog. The same goes for gay men. I could be friends with gay men as long as they respect my boundaries, and the few I've met have done that. I just wanted to share my thoughts on the subject with some humor, and I hope no one's offended because I understand what Patrice O'Neal was trying to warn my generation of before he died.
I'm a Neanderthal, okay? They're taking away what I used to just automatically think and feel, and now they're just taking it away from you, so that now even you look at dudes like me, like older dudes, and go, oh, it's like self-policing. Men go, oh, that's not, you shouldn't. Like, inappropriate is a vaginal word. Like, that's not a word. That is inappropriate. Like, is that coming from a man? Like, women say that.
With that being said, I guess if you find anything I said inappropriate, the only thing left to say to you is,
Suck my dick.
And that's all I have to say about that.
If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, please subscribe, and tell me what you think in the comment section below.
Peace. I'm Audi 5000.
Those who wish to follow me, I welcome with my hand. Thank you for being a friend.
And those are my thoughts for this video. But then again, what do I know? I'm just an old crippled bastard. Ooh, 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 ooh. I ain't too proud to beg for your money, so like, share, and subscribe.